Hi, everyone. So have you ever felt like you don't fit in, that you alter yourself, that you dim your light? And it kind of makes me sad, but I totally relate. Because when I was growing up, I kind of felt like I didn't really fit in. I had a really fast-moving mind. I thought a little bit differently than everyone else. I loved being out in nature, but I spent a lot of time trying to fit in with all my friends. I still remember going to a party when I was in high school, and I remember coming to the party, and I got to the stairs, and I remember looking down, and I remember the guys looking up at me and going, "Oh my God, why is Carolyn Gish here?" And I went, "Oh," again, because I was like that nerdy girl, you know? And I walked upstairs, and I was crying, and some of the girls said, "Hey, don't worry, Carolyn, don't worry about it." And they gave me a beer. And I wasn't a drinker, I wasn't one of those people, but I grabbed that beer and went back downstairs, and those same people said, "Hey, how you doing? Come on in." And I thought, okay, I've got a beer now. Well, I'm not the same, I'm not a different person. I'm the same person who was down the stairs the first time, but because I had a beer in my hand, I was accepted. But I almost kind of felt schizophrenic because I would sit there and go, this doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't buy into all of it. I was one of those people, I'm sure some of the young people here can identify, I wasn't in one of the groups. I was I call it like people that kind of are all over the place. I was friends with the jocks, the geeks, which I thought I was one of them, and the cool people. I just never was part of one of those groups. So it was really tough for me because I always looked at it and said, this is crazy. I still remember even being at parties and seeing some of my friends drinking, and as they were being sick, I'd be sitting there going, "You having fun yet? You having fun yet?" I don't understand. Like, how is that fun? So, I look at life, and is life about fitting in, or is it about shining your light? And it's taken me a long time, a really long time, to get to that point where I feel like I've got to shine my light. I've got a message to deliver. I've got to be myself. And I've got to make sure that I am that tall poppy. I've been in lots of different situations. I can talk really fast. You give me the opportunity. I hope I'm not talking too fast right now. I can. And I always end up second guessing myself. And I end up also feeling like in a room where I'll look around and people will be still looking at me, and I'll be thinking, "Gosh, Carolyn." And it's just, I don't know. I just think we really need to start giving that acceptance. I spent my whole life trying to be accepted. And you know what I'm really good at is sitting with people and listening to them. So in my practice, I sit there and I have had so many situations where I'm just being there. I'm creating a space for love and acceptance and a non-judgment. I remember one of my clients said to me, "Carolyn, you know what? You open up people like jars of jam." I went, "That's funny." I thought, you just listen. You give us the permission to talk and be ourselves and to be seen. So much of our life we spend just hiding out. And I didn't even really realize how powerful I was until my mom was dying of cancer. She had been sick for 8 years, and just after Christmas, we had all the family in Vancouver. And, she started not doing very well, and I was pretty close to her and spending a lot of time caregiving. And I went and, we had brought the nurses in, and she was dying, so we had to do palliative care. And in those 3 weeks that I spent with her, I didn't care what anyone else thought. I didn't care if the nurses thought I was crazy. I was just 100% present with her, 100% present. And what I saw, because I had some differences with my mom, is I really realized she was just like me. She was struggling to fit into the world. She was a brilliant woman. She was a teacher, and she was sometimes hard on me, well, a lot of times hard on me, and I realized that she was probably trying to protect me too, because she felt like that tall poppy that didn't fit in. But as I spent more time with her, and I just was with her, it gave me the opportunity to just really reflect about what life is about, you know, and I got to see that life is about living, but we're born and then we die, but we go back to the same place. And it's such a humbling experience for you to go through that with someone, to just get the rawness of that, and to spend the time with the person that you love. With that moment, my mom didn't have to apologize for being herself. She was darn herself. I mean, I still remember when we were talking and she started correcting my grammar. You know, by the way, you know, that was not the correct adjective before the noun, because like I said, she was a teacher. And I'm like, Mom, are you kidding me? Like, you're dying and you are worrying about the grammar that is coming out of my mouth. And she goes, well, you know, that's the way it is. And I still remember I wanted to give her choice. This is the other thing I wanted to tell you about, is that it's so important for all of us to be autonomous beings, that we have the ability to have choice throughout our entire life until the very end. And I promised my mom while she was dying that I was going to give her choice when there wasn't choice. And I still remember she said, she had to be in a hospital bed. She goes, can I just try sleeping in my bed one more time? And my daughter was there. And we went, well, Mom, you can get out of bed, sure. So we got to the bed and we started I said, you have to be at a 30-degree angle, Mom. She goes, oh, okay. So here we were, my daughter, myself, and the nurse, trying to prop her up in the bed, you know, and she's falling over and it's not working out very well. And I still remember we're all laughing, having a wonderful time. And she goes, you know what? I think I better go back to the hospital bed. And I said, you know, that's a good choice. I think that's a good idea. You know, it really is. But that's the thing, is that at that moment when she was dying, all the way through to the very end, she was herself. And that gave me permission to realize that, you know what? I don't have to wait till I'm dying to be myself. I can be myself right now and not apologize for that. And I want all of you to take that leap of faith and trust in yourself, and don't dim your light. The purpose of life is to shine and make a difference, to be the gift you are to humanity. Because I'm a gift and so are you. And by you shining your life, you give everyone else permission to shine their light. Thank you so much.